A television show that has been in the works for more than 2 years now will air tonight here on WCNC.
The production of this show is also the focus of our special series, Primetime Players. Reporter Bob Ormseth was on the set during rehearsals. He joins us now live. Bob?
Tom and Jesse, the series is My Two Dads. It's the story of two men who believe they are the father of the same teenage girl. And tonight, after 2 years on the air, they decide to find out which is the true father. As you might suspect, there is more to this production than meets the eye.
Speak. Marker. And action!
My Two Dads has been in the NBC lineup off and on since September 1987. To put the half-hour situation comedy on the air, it takes dozens of people, led by executive producer Michael Jacobs.
Let's talk about the rest of the week's schedule, okay? On Sunday, we're talking about coming at 9 o'clock. We're going to rewrite what we need for this week's show, okay?
Each show begins here with the writers. That includes Jacobs and the other show producers. From these meetings, a script emerges. Members of the cast will see it for the first time on a Wednesday morning.
Your parents are divorced.
Well, at least they're not fighting anymore.
When we first read the script and there's just all those people sitting around, then it's really fun because it's maybe only the second time you've read the script and the jokes are still really funny, you know, because they're the first time you're hearing them.
At that part on 12, you should turn off them because I'm just going to draw the camera around.
The script, with overnight writing changes, begins to take shape on Thursday. This is a run-through for the producer.
Well, 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 isn't this nice? This is very nice. I work 17 hours.
I don't think they could know, there's no way they would know, is how many changes take place from day one to the very last minute. I mean, we go through an enormous amount of writing changes and blocking and staging changes.
Joe! Yeah, right there.
We all look at it like a work in progress, you know. Great moments come about when you work on it and work on it, and then it turns into something as you go along.
By Friday, the show is close enough for the decision makers to take a look. This is the network run-through.
Since when does she go to a movie on a school night?
Hey, Michael, it was The Wizard of Oz.
And you let her go?
I took her.
Sweetheart, maybe you should study in your room.
The meeting that follows gives the network representative a chance to offer advice.
I like the way it's playing a lot. If we can just make sure that we keep it at a level of maturity.
On Monday, the show is set up for the TV cameras. The next day, with a studio audience, the show is recorded on videotape, not once, but twice.
That's the culmination of all of the things we think are going to happen based on our experience. But sometimes we're wrong, and we have to make changes between shows.
4 cameras are used. Each feeds into a video recorder.
Good.
Afterwards, an editor will choose the best shots, the best performance.
It can be such a creative process. It can so enhance the nature of the comedy, make a moment work.
It takes 40 hours of editing before the finished product is put together by a computer, using the shots chosen by the producer.
Since when does she go to a movie on a school night?
Hey, Michael, it was The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, it was a limited showing. It was 70mm, Dolby sound, footage never seen before. It was the last night. And you just let her go? I took her. Oh. Like, we write a note to the teacher. Oh, and what is this note going to say? Please excuse Nicole's lousy, tired 11:30 homework because I took her to the movies. Oh, now you want to write my notes for me, too? Nicole, sweetheart, why don't you study in your room for a while, huh?
And when the taping ends, the actors are handed another script. This, by the way, is the script for tonight's show. We won't tell you how it all ends. Tomorrow, we will take you behind the scenes of another NBC series. This one is pivotal to the success of an entire evening. Tom, Jesse?
That is fascinating to get a behind-the-scenes look at how that all works. That's great, Bob. Thanks.
Thank you, Bob.